In this edition, in our Windows 10 Tips and Tricks series, we'll take a deeper dive into the Task Manager to help you better monitor the processes, programs, and services running on your computer. First, let's open the Task Manager. There's several ways to get there. Let's go through a few of those right now. You could right-click on your taskbar and select Task Manager from the list. Another way is to go to the Power User menu, which is sometimes called the Alternative Start menu. There's a couple ways to open it. In the lower left, right-click the Start button, or you could use the keyboard shortcut, Windows key plus X, and select Task Manager. Another method people still use is the keyboard shortcut, Control plus Alt plus Delete, which is known as the three-finger salute. This will open the security screen where you can launch the Task Manager. But the quickest and easiest way to open the Task Manager without using your mouse is to use the keyboard shortcut, Control plus Shift plus Escape, which will save you at least a couple steps. If you have an app or program that is completely non-responsive, you could select it from the Task Manager and click on End Task. But this could result in you losing your data. Before doing this, it might be best to use the Analyze Wait Chain feature. It will show you if a process is waiting on another process, causing the program to freeze. Here at the top, let's go to the Details tab. Find the process in the list, right-click on it, and select Analyze Wait Chain. I'm not having any problems at this moment, so I won't do this. But if you find an issue here, you would select the process and click on End Process. This might help to solve your problem with a frozen program without having to fully close that program. If you ever find yourself having problems with the taskbar, Start menu, File Explorer, or any other built-in user interface component, instead of restarting your computer, try this first to save some time. In the Processes tab, find Windows Explorer, right-click on it, and choose Restart. For a brief moment, you'll notice certain elements are no longer visible, and when they come back, they should be working properly. Let's now head over to the Performance tab. This is where you can monitor your computer's performance. To avoid distractions, I'll go to View and pause the update speed. In the left pane, you can keep an eye on your CPU, memory, disks, Ethernet and Wi-Fi, and your GPUs. Let's go to CPU. As most of you know, computers these days have multiple cores. To ensure that the process load is being dispersed to all cores, right-click in the graph area, move your cursor over Change Graph to, and select Logical Processors. Now instead of seeing your overall CPU utilization, now you can see how each core is being utilized. If you ever need assistance diagnosing any issue with performance on a tech support forum, it might help to have a copy of your performance data. With any tab selected on the left, right-click anywhere inside this window and select Copy. Now just paste it wherever you need it. If you ever want to nerd out, at the bottom of this window, click Open Resource Monitor. You'll find a ton of information here, including real-time data about your CPU, memory, disk, and network. If you want to continuously monitor your system performance, you might prefer the Summary View. In the left sidebar, right-click and choose Summary View. The smaller box can be moved to any place on your desktop. If you just want to see the current graph, right-click anywhere here on the right and select Graph Summary View. If you ever see a process you don't know that looks suspicious, it's easy to find out what it is. In the Processes tab, right-click on any process, and in the list, select Search Online. In your browser, it will launch a Bing search, giving you details about that process. There may be times you need additional details about a process. You can add extra columns by right-clicking in the header area. Two columns that are especially useful include Publisher and Process Name. With the process name, it will show you the executable name of the process. If it doesn't resemble the actual name of the process, that might be cause for concern. And if you see a publisher you don't recognize, you may need to do research to find out if they're legit. Before moving forward, I'm going to get rid of status. It's not too beneficial. And condense the columns to see more information without making the window bigger. In the memory, disk, and network columns, you'll see absolute values in megabytes and megabits. If you'd rather see a percentage that each process takes up, right-click in any column, go to Resource Values, and you can change each of the three individually. Having these set on percentage might help to better locate any resource hogs on your system. If you ever have difficulty finding the install location of any program, this tip might be the most useful for some of you. With the program running, right-click on the process and select Open File Location. Wasn't that quick and easy? It sure beats the hassle of navigating through File Explorer. For this next one, let's go to the Startup tab. If your computer is booting up slowly, go to the Startup Impact column to see which programs might be causing the boot up process to slow down. While you're here, it might be a good idea to disable programs you don't need at startup. Thanks for watching. If this video was useful for you, give it a thumbs up and share with others. If you have a task manager tip or trick not mentioned, let us know about it in the comments. And if you're new to this channel, subscribe and click the bell so you don't miss out on the latest with Windows 10 and other tech-related stuff here on Tech Gumbo.